Hi, I'm Mandeep Singh, founder of Mandeeps.com, and in this series of videos for our live articles module, I'm going to talk about how the content approval workflow process works. So let's get started. I'm logged in here as a super user, so I'm just going to go ahead and set up the module and look at two things. First thing I'm going to do is go to settings and make sure that my content editors are marked as authors so they can write some content. Let's get. Next thing I'm going to just really quick show you, I have some security rules here. I have content editor security rules, so these users are basically allowed to author content, and I have a marketing review rule, which basically users who can review the content before it's approved. Let's go back to the module and click on Manage Articles, go to Settings, and all the workflow related settings are right here in Workflow. So there are three workflow types that are built into the module. Direct publish, which basically means there's no workflow process, allows an author to directly publish content to the site. There's content staging, where an author first manages the content in staging area before it's published to the site. This basically allows them to create a draft first, and then review it, take a look, and then publish it. And then finally, there's the content approval, where a draft is submitted for review, and then it's published. Let's go ahead and click on Manage Workflows. Mandeeps modules ships with their own workflow library, which allows all the Mandeeps modules to share the workflow that are created so they can be used from one module to another. Out of the box, there's three created: direct publish, content staging, and approval. And their scope is set to host global, meaning they're shared with all Mandeeps modules, all the portals on your site. So you cannot delete these or change them. Let's say you were to create a new workflow. You get to choose your own scope. Host global means that the workflow you're creating is going to be available to all Mandeeps modules and all the portals on your DNM installation. You can simply change this to portal all workflow modules, which means the workflow you're creating will be available to just this portal, but all Mandeeps modules. So our other modules like Live Tabs, Live HTML will get to see this new workflow as well and can be shared. You can also say, I just want this workflow for this portal, but only for live articles modules. Or you could say, I just want this workflow for this instance of module only, so it's not available in other ones. So you have a lot of flexibility there, so you don't have to recreate those workflows between different modules. They're all shared. Well, I'm not going to go ahead and create a new one. What I'm going to do is take a look at the content approval, which is the existing one. And what I see here is there's three states. First one is draft, second is ready for review, that is published. I'm going to edit this, the ready for review, and I'm going to say that I want the content, I want the marketing review rule to be able to review and approve content. Go ahead and update that, and I'll get back. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and choose this new workflow from the module. Alright. When we are doing this, we have the option called Apply Workflow too. Now this is great if, let's say, you wanted to apply this content approval workflow to all the modules on the page. For example, all live articles or live HTML modules and so forth, or to all live articles modules on the site. You can go ahead and do that. But for our purposes, we'll just keep it to module itself. Alright, so let's see how the workflow approval process works. I'm going to log out and log back in as in content editor. So, because I gave the content editors the permissions as an author, I see the managed articles. Go ahead and click on it, say write me article. Go ahead and say my first article, some introduction, tags, no tags. I'll choose a general category. I'm not interested in the content at this time. I'm just trying to show the workflow process, so I'm just going to type whatever I have here. Some content here. And then I'm going to go ahead. The most important stuff here is whether I want to publish the changes or not. Okay? And whether I want to log the content or not. So if someone else, if the company is logged, someone else cannot just make changes to it. I'm going to go ahead and click Add without hitting Publish Changes. As you can see, it says the draft created by the editor. I'm looking at my article. It's a draft. Click on here as well. Let's see that it's a draft on the article. And for lockout, I don't see the article because it's still in its draft state, so that's fine. I'm going to go log back in. And I'm going to say edit the article. This time I will say okay, I want to publish the changes. So now that I'm publishing the changes, it's telling me that it will go for review. I'll click update. I have to add some comments. I'll say, just concluded my first article. Please review and approve. Now at this time, an email goes out to the reviewers so they can come and take a look at the work. And that's a setting in the workflow that we can enable to optionally send the email or not. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and log out. And log back in as someone who has access to review the work. And the very first thing I see when I log in is I see a review work option. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And it's telling me that I have article waiting a live articles module to be reviewed. Now let's say if you were using LiveHTML, LiveClass, or Live Coding modules, you would see all of them right here in the central place, so you don't have to go hunt for them in different pages in different areas. You can filter by the module or content type. You can filter by a workflow being used, or you can even filter by the state that they're working on. So it's very easy to go ahead and take a look. Just click on the article link. That will bring you to the article. Now here, you can go ahead and look at the article on the bottom, see if everything looks okay. Obviously there was no content because I put some approved content. Everything looks fine, you can hit approve, and it will be published. If everything doesn't look fine, you can hit reject, and it will go back to the original author with your comments.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and reject this article. And I just clicked on reject, and I'm going to give my comment says, I don't quite like the introduction. Please improve. And I'll go ahead and add that as a comment. And as you can see, the article no longer appears. It is sent back to the original content author or the person who created the article for them to review it again and change it. So I'm going to go ahead and log out. Okay, so I'm going to log back in as the editor. I'm going to see that my article is back here. I'm going to click on it, and now I see a comment at the top from the user review, which basically is saying I don't quite like the introduction, please improve. I can see that they rejected my draft in this particular state at that date and time. Alright, so let me go ahead and edit my article. I'm going to say let's go ahead and improve the introduction. So I'm going to come right here and say here's the new introduction. Alright, and I'm going to say publish these changes. I'm going to hit update and say I've added a new introduction. Let me know if there's anything else. I'll hit add comment, and I see my comment appear here on the top now. This time I log out and log in as review, and then review does see that there's an article waiting, so I'll click on it. They see that there's a new introduction, which I see right here, and now I'm going to go ahead and bless the article. I'm going to say approve, say everything looks great. I'm going to hit add comment, and there it is, my article is published. So if I go to articles, now I see it here. Even if I log out, I see the article is there. I can click on it and I see the new introduction and the new content. So that's in a nutshell the workflow process. What I'm going to do here is actually log back in as the editor and edit the article and show you that the entire workflow approval process is noted right here in the version tracking. You can see in that version what exactly happened. The editor created a draft, it went for review, it got rejected, again got a draft, and got approved. And of course there's version tracking built in, and you can roll back to different versions. Right now there's only one version. If you want to see how to do that, take a look at our version management video. But that's it really for this short video where we cover how the workflow content approval process works. You are not limited to one state. When you create a new workflow, you can create as many states as you like, so it can jump from one department to another until you have your final approval. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.